What is that?
It's my bone.
God damn it, Cartman!
How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison?
Holy shit, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Check My Balls, right here on a litany of networks that include Hami Media Group's hackerhami.podbean.com and hamimediagroup.podbean.com, ratsaladreview.com, and the R&R Pod Network. Of course, you can find us on all of your podcast outlets just by hitting that download button in or subscribe, depending on where your MP3s are delivered to your phone, so you can take it on the go and you can, enjoy what we've got for you today. I'm your host on the scene where the air is clean, and I'm lighting up this green, your boy MSG. Each and every week, I'm joined by two guys who like to eat pies. They different in size, but one maybe will be wearing a disguise. The other one, he's a master of lies. Ladies and gentlemen, first up on the scene, he is from the West. He gives it his best. He's got a big chest. And I'll tell you what, if you give him some new car keys, well, he'll deal you the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for he's taking a big rip from his bong. Jackson.
Pretty exciting.
Scoop just took a large rip off the hip, making him. Now he's got to make a quip.
Man, what's that?
Well, we're back for another.
Reality. What a concept.
Really, what a concept. And of course, our third conductor today, who we're going to go ahead and pass the wheel over so that way me and Scoop could chill in the back and be backseat drivers today. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got a PhD in keeping it dirty. His name is Joe Verdona.
I do have a PhD in keeping it dirty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Anticlimactic, Joe. No. Hello, how's it going? Thank you for the great intro, Matt. You're a god.
Yeah,
You're welcome, Joe.
I appreciate the intro. I mean,
do you
thank
see
you.
this box? It says congratulations. Do you know what this box is for? Huh?
Hami Media Group.
Yeah, look, I'm the 2020 producer of the year. Do you know that?
Yes,
Boom.
I did.
It didn't do the thing I was hoping it would flip, but boom.
Are you going to show the viewers the one Michael got? Oh wait,
I did show them. Listeners, viewers, we'll see.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got some maintenance to take care of here before we get into the podcast. But before we doing so, of course, we just want to remind you to check out our sponsors. Listen to the ad inserts here provided by Spreaker, as well as, of course, thebrosers.com for Russo Bros Coffee, Zordos Olive Oil for your olive oil needs, ultra premium graded, that's real, from Greek and all those labs and people with the lab coats and shit. They kind of like Tally, but they do it with oil. They're like, oh, this is pretty good oil. But that's how they do it. Anyway, so check out ZordosOliveOil.com. But yes, we have a little bit of, I guess you might say, I don't know if it's an announcement or something like huge, but we have decided that for, I don't know, I'd say the foreseeable future, but at least for the time being moving forward, that we are going to be limiting the amount of full video episode content on distributed platforms. In layman's terms, we're not going to be giving the full episode on YouTube anymore. Why, you may ask? I mean, a number of reasons. One, we all have different jobs and lives and stuff like that. And mainly the video portion always takes a little bit longer to put together through the editing, the clip process, resizing, the rendering, recording. There's a bit of a process that goes into all of that versus just, downloading the podcast or downloading the video in audio form. So we've decided, and also based on your feedback and, based on your overall, just the statistics we see, there's a lot more listeners on the podcast format. So that's your choice of pleasure. So we are going to concentrate on that more. That does not mean there won't be different segments, different clips. What did Kenny say? Stuff on our YouTube. And at some point, we do plan on launching a Patreon. So there will be some form of video returning at some point down the line. However, for now, as well as I also, I'm managing Stevie Ray's Patreon, and that's a daily job now. So it takes a little bit of my time to have to sit there and render the video and do all that stuff. But that's okay, guys. We appreciate you continuing to listen to us here on Check My Bout. And if you are watching this video, you can still watch there. Now, I will say still go to our YouTube because I will still at least post the audio up there. That's not hard to do that. You put up a picture and a graphic, just render it really quick and boom, you're done. So I can do that easily. So I will still at least put up the audio on YouTube. There just won't be full video content there anymore. So that is our announcement. That's it there. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we can get about our day on season 4's greatest episode, I might say. Something you can do with your finger. Okay. It is the finger bang episode. One of the greatest episodes, in my opinion, synonymous with South Park, The Boys itself. It's the 8th overall episode of season 4 and the 56th overall episode of South Park. So Joe is going to drive the car today. Joe, take us away. Tell us about this episode. Start us off.
As he was saying, something you can do with your finger is season 4, episode 8, 56th overall of the series. First aired July 12th, 2020. It is the boys forming their own boy band and trying to find a spot for a 5th member as well as getting their big break. So it starts off in a dream. Cartman sees himself and the rest of the gang becoming the next big boy band to sweep the nation, earning them, or at least himself, the admiration of thousands of beautiful women and $10 million. Which becomes a running plot line over the following few episodes and really the next few years.
$10 million. You guys, we can make $10 million. You guys said I give up. I tried to call that thing. I tried the church thing.
And they could get a Sega Dreamcast.
We already went past that, but yes.
No, I know they already went past that, but I mean, like, having $10 million less than a year after the Dreamcast came out, they could still get a Sega Dreamcast.
Still haven't got that goddamn Sega Dreamcast.
They haven't gotten the Dreamcast yet.
Eventually, they're going to get their Okama's Game Sphere, so that'll be great.
Yes. Convinced that the dream is a message from God, Cartman rounds up Stan, Kyle, and Kenny into making a band called Finger Bang. However, Kyle notes that most major boy bands, citing NKOTB, BSB, and NSYNC, have 5 members. As a result, they decide to hold auditions for that 5th member. But when Stan tells Randy about the idea, Randy has a conniption and forbids Stan to take part in the band.
I do want to interject a couple things here. First of all, I love how Cartman wakes up out of the fucking dream. He's like, yeah. He's all pissed because like his finger bang dream is not a reality. And then the second thing I liked here is when he was pointing out the different boy bands, that being Kyle. I would like to interject and say that something came out to me right away because I just know this. Was a 4-man boy band. I don't know if you consider them a boy band. They were definitely R&B vocalist singers. 98 Degrees, like that was 4 men.
Boys to Men were 4 men.
Boys to Men.
Boys to Men. Oh man, I'm not gonna get into.
So I was like, it's the hardest thing I'll ever have to do.
Easy there, Nick Lachey. And like, shout out to Nick Lachey, like getting. Never mind.
Yeah, Hanson was what, 3?
Hanson was 3, but they weren't really a boy band. They were just like a band. They like played their own instruments.
Wait, what?
It's the hardest thing. Sorry, no, I'm like into it.
Yeah, like then you're gonna start singing "Promise You" and all that fun.
This I promise you.
Oh, I shouldn't have said it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was watching this and I was talking to somebody yesterday. I'm not gonna stooge that person off, but I was talking to a potential client yesterday with the Patreon stuff, and they had sent us a video of them doing a TikTok video, and they were cleaning and dancing to Backstreet Boys, and I was like, bruh, I can get down on some BSB. Like I can always get down on BSB, NSYNC, and I was a big 98 Degrees fan. Mainly because a lot of people weren't 98 Degrees fan. Like a lot of the girls weren't. Seemed to be. I know that like they were really into BSB and NSYNC around my time, but like a lot of the girls didn't really like. At least people I knew weren't really big into the 98 Degrees. So that's why I kind of like went over there because I was like, all right, well, I'll go check these people out. And you know, and then you listen to them, you're like, oh wow, this is like more like vocal singing, really, like than actual true boy band is shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like versus like coming on and back again. You know what I mean? Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. The auditions go on as planned. Butters performs his Little Bunny Foo Foo song, which is not impressive enough. Cartman leaves a poor remark on Butters' intonation and rejects him. The next candidate, Ike, doesn't make the cut either. Cartman wants him out impatiently, causing Ike to flip him off before Cartman believes that the audition is going to take forever. I love Ike's audition in this episode. It almost made my top 3. Actually, this audition scene in general is just great, but like the Ike knows right away what key to play in and everything like that. What key? He's like E or
G.
like E or G. Okay, yeah. He says G and then they go right into it. And I mean, Ike is like always on the sly, one of the funniest and snarkiest characters.
I like that Ike was consistent and persistent here in his attempt to be the 5th member. He was just like not going to take no for an answer from Cartman. Like, and I wouldn't say that works in all cases for, you know, talented and untalented individuals, but Ike definitely tried to press that issue there.
Right. Like Cartman was telling him off before he even auditioned, and Ike's like, fuck you, I'm going to get this in. I'm going to get my shit in. At
But
last. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say, and then Wendy walks in.
Yeah, oh, that's exactly what I was getting to. It is so good. At last, Wendy shows up with her rather explicit song and turns out to be the best out of all the auditions. And it's great. Like, it's all that wordplay and it's like emphasizing the swear word. And then just at the end, she's like, I don't give a fuck. It's they don't even go out of the way to.
It's that classic. It's a very classic song.
Yeah.
Miss Susie went to blah, blah, and then every word ends with sounds like it's going to be a curse word, but it rolls right into the next word.
Oh, ask me no more questions. I'll tell you more. Right. Yeah.
So it's pretty good. So we'll play that here in the podcast so you can hear it. It won't be on YouTube because that certainly will be flagged.
Yeah. Anyway. It's so good, though. Stan, Kyle, and Kenny approve of her, but Cartman was stubborn about allowing a girl into a boy band. Everyone arguing that everyone will notice Wendy's a girl due to her huge frickin' hooters. Outvoted, Cartman has a compromise and admits Wendy into the band as long as she dresses up like a dude.
She kind of dresses up like a member from the Beatles. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah. She's got like the mop top going on, and yeah.
You're muted, Scoop.
You're muted.
Damn it.
Go ahead. What were you saying, Scoop?
Yeah, I was saying I was getting like a total Lennon McCarthy vibe.
McCartney. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like a little after 9 a.m. We're all smizzed and still tired.
So, I'm fine. I've been going good.
Yeah, except
don't speak for me.
Night shift, dude.
Getting my coffee in still.
Yeah, Dutch Bro. Sponsor us, Dutch Bros.
Yeah, seriously, Dutch Bros.
We are sponsored by Russo Bro Coffee. Check out Russo Bro Coffee for the finest coffee. Use the code 5LB and pick up your 5-pound bag of Russo Bro Coffee. Again, go to thebrosters.com and pick up Russo Bro Coffee. Russo Bro. Bro. Is there anything better?
Yes. Send in some. All right. They start rehearsing at 6 a.m. with costumes made by Cartman's mom. An argument occurs between Cartman and Kyle on the subject of being the tough one with the mustache. Cartman fails to reason with Kyle and eventually gives in. I want to be the one with the mustache and be the tough guy. No, Cartman, I want. It was just so good.
Yeah, Cartman and Kyle going back and forth, arguing on who they should be, what members of each boy band, kind of cosplaying, if you will. No, I want to be that guy. No, I want to be that guy.
Stan then asks Cartman what finger bang means. Cartman interprets the term as referring to finger gun, the action of pretending one's hand is a firearm. Only Kenny knows the actual definition of the term, but no one believes him. And of course, Kenny would know what the term is.
Oh man, finger bang is just hilarious. I think it's like a gun.
Yeah, I think it's like when you make I can't remember where Cartman said he heard it too. Like,
you know what I mean, or even just logically though, if you think about the gesture, finger bang, 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 bang. Maybe he's just thinking like finger bang, bang. I don't know.
That's exactly what he was thinking if you watch the video. After several days of practice, the boys and Wendy attempt to secure a gig at the mall. They plan to meet the mall manager first, but since they don't have proper clearance, Cartman gets pepper sprayed by one of the mall cops. Cartman then brought... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, like, this is a good point in the episode where it's another episode where, as well, Cartman kind of gets fucked over. He's had his kidney taken away, and Wendy breaks his heart. Now he's been fucking pepper sprayed. Just shit after shit stacked on Cartman, and people wonder why he's a sociopath.
Right.
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, he gets fucking pepper sprayed. It's some bullshit.
Yeah. Cartman then broadcasts a false message that the next 20 people to buy an orange smoothie will also receive a complimentary Nissan Sentra.
The next 20 people to enjoy orange smoothies and buy a smoothie will receive a Nissan Sentra. Attention, mall shoppers. The next 20 people to buy an orange smoothie will also receive a complimentary Nissan Sentra. Hurry up.
Jesus, they're going to start a riot.
And then, like, the mall cops are all like, oh, God damn it, it's going to be a riot over there. We got to go over there. Rookie.
Yeah. This causes a stampede, giving the boys a chance.
What are you doing?
Move along, sir.
Move along, sir.
Giving the boys a chance to avoid the mall cops and sneak into the manager's office. They audition for the mall manager, but since their performance is nowhere near satisfactory, they are quickly rejected. They end up running away in a fuss as the two mall cops reappear.
Let's talk about that scene though for a second, though, Joe, because I think you did a pretty good imitation. What?
What? Huh? Oh no, this sucks. No, get out. Huh?
You're on mute again, Scoop. Just don't put yourself on mute, man. Unless you're gonna cough.
Yeah, I was coughing.
He was. Huh?
What?
Why were you coughing?
Huh?
Whatever.
What? No.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh,
What?
I don't know. Well,
But not as good as cheese.
You're not as good as cheese and sausage. We gotta move the sausage cart.
But only for 20 minutes.
No.
No? Okay.
Get out.
How'd you get here? Okay. Huh?
What? No.
Randy hears that Stan is again practicing for the boy band and is infuriated. Sharon, however, tells Shelley that Randy, in fact, has a reasonable intention for doing so, but it's a very complicated backstory.
Very complicated backstory. What's the dead cat? Mama seen cat.
What's Dad's problem?
Well, Shelly, that's
No!
no.
No! If all your friends said they were going to jump off a bridge, would you jump, Stan?
What?
Well, I mean, yeah, if we talked about it ahead of time.
Right?
Yeah, skydiving equipment. Why not? I mean, I should have never gone ziplining. You know, I don't know.
Shut up, bruh.
Shaka bra.
Bruh. And then I realized that the guys forgot that I was the one that said we should go ziplining.
You sold your friends out for an iPod Nano?
Oh,
He had double due.
Yeah, Diet Double Dew. Not realizing that's just the same as regular Mountain Dew.
Oh, man.
goddamn.
Cartman visits Chef to ask him about how to make the group successful, to which Chef tells him they need to make videos implementing the Garmlich effect, which is if one girl screams, all girls will scream, as all major boy bands do. Also recommending that a cucumber in the pants doesn't hurt either. However, Cartman totally misunderstands this by putting a real cucumber in his pants.
I don't know. I
don't think he misunderstood it at all.
Yeah, I don't think.
No,
he
I don't
misunderstood
either.
it all. That was just the notes. Of course, they were the bio of the episode, right? But
Right,
like,
yeah.
I agree with all. I don't think a cucumber in the pants doesn't hurt. Like, I think he meant that literally. Like, put a goddamn cucumber in your pants, boy.
But at Cartman's age, maybe a plantain would have been a little more realistic.
It's like sticking up right here, and it's all like over here. It's just,
maybe a yam or
like,
something like that.
Right.
A little baked potato or something
Eggplant.
like that. I don't know.
Exactly.
A little
We are
eggplant.
talking way too much about this.
Vegetables. But I will say I did like the fact that like he's trying to get laid, right? And then like Cartman knocks on the door and Cartman totally ignores the fact that Chef's trying to get laid.
He walks in.
He barges his way in.
I got
sits down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't come back later.
You can come back later.
I really don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Like totally implies like just guilt trips the shit out of Chef into it.
But I just love how Chef easily just like nonchalantly breaks down. No, boy, you gotta use the Garmlich effect. What's the Garmlich effect, Chef? Well, the Garmlich effect is where you get a bunch of chicks screaming, yelling because a bunch of other chicks screaming, yelling. You can get another chick screaming, yelling. That can affect a 5-mile radius. But once you get a bunch of stupid bimbos yelling, except for you, baby.
Except you, baby.
Boy bands aren't about music. Boy bands are created by corporations to make money. They're all based on the Garmlich effect.
What's the Garmlich effect?
The law of physics that states if one girl screams for something, it will make other girls scream. And then it grows exponentially until all girls within a 5-mile radius are screaming.
So how do boy bands use that?
All they do is make videos showing tons and tons of girls screaming for the boy bands. Once you get girls screaming, you can't stop them. They're crazy. Except for Lilith, of course.
It is. It's so good.
He just breaks it down so good. Like in that 3-minute like segment or 2 to 3 minute segment, you could literally start a boy band and understand how to make it happen. I'm just saying, if you're watching this show, go get 4 of your friends, start making music videos, take $100 and hire some chicks, like hire 50 chicks, $5 each, or a couple bucks each, just to scream and just yell.
Summer of 2000, I may have actually been trying that.
You trying to be in a boy band, Joe?
No, it was just like a couple band geeks and I fucking around.
Being a boy band. What's the name of your boy band, Joe?
No, we never even got that far.
You got it.
You guys had a band
Got
name.
it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
If we did, but then I like,
Baby, you got it, girl.
and then like I realized I was much better on the saxophone, and then me and a couple boys did a ska band called $5 Couch
Fuck yeah, that's dope. I wanted to be in a
Because-
ska band in high school.
because
So bad.
we found a couch at a garage sale that was $5.
Do you see this? We've got a sax player, key player. You can play guitars, and then we could all just harmonize and get a drummer and a bass. We got a band, guys. Let's go. We could fucking cover South Park music, and then my dream will really come true, where we can.
Fuck, we could.
Yes, where we could just travel from when things open up. We just travel con to con covering South Park music. If you steal this idea, I don't care. Somebody do it. But until that point in time, I want to do this. In fact, I know of another guy out in fucking California we've featured his music on the podcast, Andrew Soto. Like I'd hit that guy up and I'd be like, yo, you should be our frontman guitar player. Like all that South Park music you cover, you rip hard, bro. And then Scoop, you could play rhythm and sing backup.
What would Brad Boitano do if he were here right now?
I guess Joe really can't sing. He's on the saxophone. He's got to
No.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, you could drop out and do the chorus and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drop out and do chorus.
Yeah, trust me, I know how to.
And I know tons of drummers, bro. We can make this shit fucking happen. Suck my balls band. Anyway, SMB.
Yep. Back in school, Cartman is getting ready to make the video as Chef told them. He appoints Timmer as the cameraman.
Not a smart idea. Sorry.
No, it really is.
Equal opportunity employer for Timmy. I appreciate that. Yeah. His idea was smart. He was like, wait a minute, Timmy's on wheels. So if he's using the camera and he's rolling along, he should be getting smooth shot.
Yeah.
I see the
yeah, he was trying to use Timmy as a rolling cam.
It was great. Great idea.
I think it was more so because Timmy was tall enough to handle the camera, but I don't know. You guys might be more right.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yeah, you gotta call it.
He appoints Timmy as the cameraman, telling the girls to scream as loud as they can, but it does not get the desired effect. He then asks the girls who they would go crazy for, and the answer is Matt Lauer. So he tells the girl.
Does not age well now in 2020.
No.
I had to look up who he was. I was like, who the fuck is that?
The dude from the Today Show up until like a year or so ago.
He got called out for sexual harassment charges or something like that?
Yeah. He got spoke out on.
He got Me Too'd. Not that I'm saying it in a condescending manner. That's just really what happened.
Yeah. That's
South Park on some shit. They know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Even back then, though, that's pretty interesting. That oh, that's dark, Scoop.
That's dark.
That's dark. That comment, though, I'm leaving that in.
Yeah.
That was a good comment. I like that comment.
He tells the girls to pretend that finger bang is Matt Lauer, and as a result, the girls scream in extreme loudness that shocks everyone, unveiling the true power of the Garmlick effect.
Holy shit. Just a second now. Think about it. They've got them screaming for Matt Lauer to a song called Finger Bang.
Oh.
Children screaming for Matt Lauer to a song about finger bang, and this dude is under hot water for fucking sexual assault. Oh,
you're string theorying this whole thing right now?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's great. It's great theory, though.
It is. And then he's like
now I'm gonna start paying a little more attention to like those smaller details and start seeing what I can connect them to, dude.
I haven't really investigated Matt Lauer so much. I liked it, just to call this out though too. I liked it like when they initially walked by, they're like, "Woo, yeah!" And Carmen's like, "Come on, you guys scream like someone's walking by like Leonardo DiCaprio," and they're like, "We wouldn't scream for Leonardo DiCaprio," and that's when they said Matt Lauer, and then they said
Matt Lauer.
Holy shit, this dude's accused of rape.
Mm-hmm.
Rape of how old? Like regular person?
NPC colleague.
Yeah. I was gonna say it was like a page or an intern or something. Maybe it has
nothing really to do with children at that point, but South Park could be using the children.
But these children are already like what? They would, if they were really aging, they'd be what? 19?
Well, the season, now, but at this point in the show, we're only 4 seasons in. So realistically, they'd be 7th grade. So that's still 11 or 12.
Yeah.
If we were going to go by actual year, but really what happens is they jump into the 4th grade here, okay?
In a couple episodes.
Yeah, because they're going to time warp you, okay? They got time warp. They go back, go forward, time, come back, time.
They finish the video and decide to show it to the mall manager. However, Randy arrives and takes Stan away. See, and this is...
No, I don't like you.
Right. And I mean, the beginning of it really makes no sense to me. The next scene,
there are naked people at the orange cheerleader stand. There are naked people at the orange cheerleader.
Oh yeah, this is the scene where the mall cops are training the rookie again, and they find the dude with the anthrax, right?
Yes.
Oh,
What
yeah.
are you doing,
That-
sir? I have a strain of anthrax that will soon kill the world. Move along, sir. And like even he's surprised that the mall cops let him pass.
Oh.
He like looks at him.
He actually says, "Oh, he's like, huh?" And he walks off.
Yeah.
And then yes, he goes into that office, right? What?
Yeah.
You again?
I don't like you.
And then it ends after Cartman begs, right? It ends, and then it goes to the part of a porno with Mrs. Cartman
yeah, into a cup and telling Mackie to drink it. And this is what I don't get. Like, you work with video, MSG. Like, how many times, you always do some kind of quality control to check the content. Maybe you don't watch the whole video, but you definitely drop in and out.
Mrs. Cartman, I've been very bad, okay?
You have been bad, Mr. Mackey, so you're going to have to drink from this glass.
Oh, yeah, that makes me hot, okay?
Oh, Mom!
Wow. What?
Control when he's editing. That's the first off. Second of all, why weren't they doing quality control in each shot? You shoot and see what Timmy's doing. How's it going? And then, yes, at the very least, if you're going to present your video and you know that content is on the VHS tape, let's say for whatever reason, you make sure you cut it or turn the TV off after the VHS tape is over. So you don't see your mom dressed up in all leather, pissing into a cup, and Mr. Mackey, good, about to drink that shit.
And I'm fairly certain that Kyle...
Oh my God.
Let's be real. Kyle probably left the content of Leanne Cartman in there. Just as an FU to Cartman. You can't hear it, but Emma and Matt just laughed pretty hard.
And that was just him grabbing the tape and not editing all the way through, really.
That could have been it too.
I just think he just grabbed the tape, and he probably recorded over it, stuck it in the recorder, whatever they were using, recorded over it out of his mom's camera in her closet or something like that, because she's making porn and selling that shit for Jimmy Shaya.
Wouldn't did Shia? Well, if you say so. The video is an abject failure. The manager, however, to Cartman's surprise, agrees to let them perform in the plaza for 20 minutes. And as we said, footage of Mackie being a sex slave is shown unexpectedly because Cartman forgets to erase that off the tape before showing it. Randy goes bananas as Stan keeps complaining. He smashes his head into a cupboard, after which he calms down.
Let him be pissed off then.
I don't understand. Just let me go do this one thing and I won't...
No!
Man, Ian's background is better than mine. And with the Cartman family reunion. After which he calms down. Then he decides to tell Stan the truth, eventually revealing that he once joined a band called the Ghetto Avenue Boys back in the 80s. Randy dropped out of high school and left his friends and family behind to pursue this fame. And although initially wildly successful, Randy and the members were quickly replaced and knocked out due to their getting too old to be a part of a boy band, despite only being 19 at the time. All of their possessions are taken away by the record company as well.
I'm 19.
Get a life, Marsh! All right, guys, let's take it from the top.
They said that after all the money we had made, we were in debt to the studio, so they towed my car.
See ya.
The women all left.
See ya!
And they took back my house. The only thing I could do was come back to Colorado and face everyone that I had abandoned.
Hey, weren't you the guy in that stupid boy band, the Ghetto Avenue Boys?
Sure, I remember you. You got it, baby. You got it, baby.
Deeply in debt and properly shamed, Randy was forced to return home with the remainder of his earnings to complete his education. However, after a heart-to-heart, father-to-son conversation, Randy agrees to let Stan play, realizing that his son has to make his own mistakes in order to learn.
So, but let's break that down a little bit more, Joe, because like I like the fact that like there's some good stuff in here. So, like first, right, he's like telling Stan, he's like, I know. So as you see, Stanley, I do know about being in a boy band, and he talks about right, like he joined the band. They go to he's like singing at like a choir. I think it was how he got.
Yeah, it's the school choir. Oh, your mustache is perfect.
Right, some classic song. And your mustache is perfect, Marsh. You should join our ghetto. I'm thinking of guys calling you guys the Ghetto Avenue Boys.
Ghetto Avenue Boys.
You're gonna be perfect.
You'll be the tough one.
You'll be the tough one, Marsh. You're gonna make a lot of money. So yeah, you're right. He dropped out, and then like to get famous, he had a house, he had women, he had cars, and then just like that, as you mentioned, one day we're thinking of going with the new band. It's called the Edo Avenue Street Boys. Face it, Marsh, you're just too old to be in a boy band anymore.
But I'm only 19.
Right. You know what I like about this is they give Randy a little bit of context, the story here in this episode. This was kind of Randy's first episode, really. We get more in depth about Randy as a young man. You know, we've seen him pop up in different episodes, but now we're getting an idea as far as Randy's wild success. And it kind of at least lets you empathize with Randy as the character, which now I would argue as we enter into season 23 is part of the top 5 characters of this show. You've got Cartman, Stan, Kyle, Randy, and then while you want to include Kyle, I'm sorry, not Kyle, Kenny, unfortunately, because he hasn't been highlighted as features much, I put Butters there in my top 5 right now, is who's been the biggest top 5 in South Park. But that's another conversation for another time, Joe. And then, like after that, then all of a sudden, like Randy's totally okay with letting Stan go to the boy band. So basically, Randy, I just needed to have a therapy session, and now he's okay.
Right? Break some shit, vent, and good to go. The two, meaning Stan and Randy, rush to the mall for the gig where Cartman is desperately stalling for time due to Stan's absence. They arrive just in the nick of time as the manager is about to drive them out so they can replace the sausage and cheese cart. Unfortunately, Kenny is crushed by an elevator, reducing their number once more to 4. So good. It's one of the better Kenny deaths, at least of the season.
It surprised me my first watch through. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you though the I guess unsafe facility that the South Park Mall is, that they would allow someone to just be able to stand directly under that elevator.
Right. Randy gallantly, oh my god, it's so good. And then they just like squeegee him off.
He just got like he's like, it looks like old school like cartoons, like where the characters switch down.
And he just
it would have been perfect if he had come out like an accordion, like that.
It was like kind of like when Wile E. Coyote gets smashed by a rock,
by an anchor or a rock,
and then he just like floats down like a sheet of paper.
No, it's true. It's true.
Randy gallantly steps in to replace Kenny and performs the Finger Bang song. They make $2 off the performance.
Finger bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. I'm saying a finger bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. I'm going to finger bang, bang you into my heart. Anyway.
One of the few remaining audience members asks for an autograph. But gets pepper sprayed by the mall cop, who expresses his like over the band and says that they could probably play a party for him, leading the boys to realize that with all the fame that they have acquired, they will never be able to live normal lives. They promptly disband the band and get some orange smoothies.
I don't think they make those anymore.
And that is the synopsis or plot, if you will, of this episode.
And now we're gonna get into
what did Kenny say?
What did Kenny say? What did Kenny say? Yeah, Kenny had a pretty short couple different lines here in the episode here. There was a couple things I didn't write down because they were just like, yeah, and okay, but I did write down a couple different things. The first one here was Cartman saying, well, that didn't stop any of the other boys' bands, dumbass, as he pulls out a tape from his back pocket. I got pre-recorded music. I got pre-recorded music on the scene too, just like they do. All we have to do is practice our choreography over and over and over. And Kenny goes, that sounds totally fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's okay. And then I know I get it again. It's South Park Mo. And then Kenny ends up saying, that sounds totally fucking stupid. And Karen's like, yeah. So we move on. Stan says, she's the best chance we have. I think she's in. Kyle says, me too. Kenny's like, me too. And Kenny says later on, chuckling, when Cartman's asked about what does finger bang mean? What does finger bang mean, Cartman? I don't know. It sounds like you do with finger, like bang. Kenny says, no, that's not what it means. And Stan's like, Kenny says that's not what it means. Okay, Kenny, what does finger bang mean? And Kenny's like, it's when you take your finger and you stick it in a vagina and you stick it in again and again. And then Cartman says, eh? Who the hell would do that? Jesus Christ, would you? All right, boys, by the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, Kenny was the only one here cognizant to understand what finger bang actually meant. Yeah.
And that's what Kenny said.
All right, that's what Kenny said. Scoop, take us away with some trivia, buddy.
So the mall manager is played by Marcus Vaughn, a friend of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and he also appeared in their film Orgasmo. In this episode's commentary, the creators remarked that this was the first episode where they really started to use the method of straight storytelling. Before this, almost all episodes had A stories, B stories, C stories, and etc. That would all come together in the end. In this episode, the creators said they learned that an episode can be about just one thing, with character side stories all reacting to the main idea. During Randy's flashback, the girlfriend he says goodbye to appears to be Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
So basically, Sharon was a fucking groupie.
Yep. Well, no, or were they just high school sweethearts before Randy hit the road? That's what I thought they were trying to get at.
Matt and Trey were going to call their band Finger Bang, but instead called it DVDA.
I mean, either one of those would have been good, but I mean, double vag, double anal is
You can ask what that meant.
is better.
Double vag, double anal. 2 in the poon and 2 in the boom.
That's basically what it means, if I remember correctly.
And if you think about it, basically, Scoop, they were like this: live long and prosperous. And then they turned their hand, went sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, scissor me timbers.
Oh, feather me. I don't know how you could come together unless it's like scissors or something.
Cartman says that Wendy has huge knockers. This is one episode after she kissed him and Chef goes nanas.
See?
I love how she's like, he's got huge knockers. And she's like, what? Randy was in a boy band called the Ghetto Avenue Boys, an obvious parody of the Backstreet Boys. Finger Bang is a parody of NSYNC. This aspect of the past foreshadows his attempt at fame, most notably in You're Getting Old and Season 18, Lord's storyline.
Randy was at the top of the world. He needs to get back.
He needs to get back.
This episode got away with saying the word cunt uncensored on its initial broadcast, as confirmed in the commentary. Wendy says the word without being bleeped when she's auditioning to be in the band. This is likely because she finished off the word with contaminated water.
Contaminated water.
Can really make you sick.
Yeah.
One of the songs I was auditioning with was Danny Boy, which is a strange choice because it's a popular song for funerals.
Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes, they are a
Fire,
piping.
concert, piping, yeah.
Randy being a music artist is later a plot element when he is revealed to be Lord.
Lord, exactly.
Lord.
Feeling good on a Wednesday.
So if we jump into pop culture here, Randy's fit of rage, ending in him smashing the glass door of the living room and shouting, "No!" is very similar to a scene in Star Trek First Contact, where Captain Picard does the same. In fact, Randy's voice changes from Parker's to a sampling of Patrick Stewart's voice from the film. That's actually Patrick Stewart.
Yeah. And I mean, they're both on. They're both technically of Viacom Paramount properties, so it was probably
it's true. Very easy.
Super easy for them to get and even though Paramount is super protective of their IP, so if you pay them enough for Star Trek, they'll let you do that stuff.
Right, or if you're just under the same umbrella and you do it the right way, like they never. If you look over the course of South Park, you can totally tell they're Trekkies. So like they never fucking put Star Trek down in a bad way.
Yeah, no.
If anything, they parody it correctly with different things, just like this, right?
What are you guys doing? We're playing Star Trek. Anyway, no, that's the Harry Potter kids.
Yeah, they're playing Harry Potter.
Like he calls the Star Trek guys nerds or something. Like, but it wasn't nearly as brutal as the Harry Potter kids. We're playing Harry Potter.
During the audition scene, the piano accompanist is a character Schroeder from the comic strip and cartoon Peanuts. Peanuts, I'm sorry. Peanuts. That's a fun play. That's actually a pretty. That's a fun song to play on the piano. It's like 3 chords. It goes da 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 da.
And then you have your left hand playing the bass line. Man, that and to go off on a really off the rails here, that was one of those deaths that was strangely fitting. Like he dies the day his final comic is printed. I always just thought that was
my ex-girlfriend's dad in high school played all of a lot of Peanut stuff on piano, and he would play that song all the time. It's pretty impressive to watch.
The Vince Guaraldi trio was a huge jazz trio in the 50s and 60s.
Anyway, at the mall, the manager compares the boys' request to perform at the mall to pop singer Tiffany, who at the age of 15 gained fame by going on tour and performing at malls across the United States in 1987. Cartman's response is, "Yes, I Tiffany." So I just didn't understand that he knew who Tiffany was in 2000. That's interesting that Cartman knew who that was. Cartman, though, does tell Baby and the group of girls that they should get excited as if they saw actor Leonardo DiCaprio, which, of course, they don't care, and they don't seem to care for him. However, Baby and the other girls, as we mentioned, are in love with Matt Lauer. Cartman's finger-bang outfit resembles the outfit worn by Elvis Presley in his latter years.
Oh, yeah, that is totally a Fat Elvis outfit.
And then Wendy's audition song is based on the Playground song Miss Susie Had a Steamboat. There's your pop culture references, Joe. Yeah. Top likes, yeah?
The almost perfect parody of boy band songs, especially Cartman's Breakdown, which also I think it changes every time he gets to the breakdown. He doesn't remember what and then another time it's girl, it does change.
Oh girl,
girl. The second one I've got listed is the manager's tick or whatever it is that makes him say, huh? What? No. Oh, I don't like you or whatever in response to almost everything. And then it was really hard for me to decide which part of the audition scene was best, whether it was Wendy's part or Kyle like swinging his junk around and telling Cartman, no, I'm going to be the one with the mustache. But like that whole audition scene in general, especially Wendy's song, is just killer.
Yeah, no, it's a great song for sure. It's like one of those where you would just learn it just to sing in general. Like,
Yeah.
I might sing that. I would probably learn that just to sing that during like a musical audition, like she did, because it is a fun little kooky little song.
Yeah.
To break the ice, if you know what I mean. And then maybe they'd be like, all right, give us your real song. Anyway. Scoop, you have some top likes here too.
Like Joe, liked Wendy's performance. The Peanuts kid Schroeder playing the piano. I thought that was pretty funny.
Right.
I loved Randy's backstory about being in a boy band in high school and how he dropped out, left his home,
left my girlfriend, see ya.
And then he lost everything. See ya.
And then that one guy, the manager guy, is with the one who it looks like he's the one that kicks him out of the house.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, the repo man. See ya.
Stupid asshole.
I like how with the costumes and everything, Kyle gets the goatee over Cartman. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Not only did he get his kidney, now he gets the goatee, which is pretty hilarious.
Fucking A, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Cartman was supposed to be him in his dream and everything. He had everything in his dream, but then Kyle's like,
That's
no.
why it didn't work, because he didn't get the goatee.
Probably. When they don't know what finger bang means, and Kenny knows, but they don't believe him and think it's disgusting, and then 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole encounter with Chef and Cartman. Chef, I have a real big problem. And then Chef basically telling Cartman to get out.
Yeah.
Telling Cartman to get out. Yeah. I don't disagree with any of that. That's pretty much the whole episode itself. This is one of my favorite episodes that I've made pretty clear. It's one of my top 5 episodes. So if there's nothing I dislike, everything you guys put over, I like. I would say some of my other things. I love the Cartman scene with the smoothie scene. Attention shoppers. The next 20 customers who purchase an orange julius will receive a complimentary discount center. So I like that. There are naked people at the there are naked people at the That's what
I don't think they sell smoothies here anymore.
And then the reaction by people with the I get the Nissan Sentra, but the naked people, oh really? They just
right? Like all the people swarmed. Dude, that's so weird.
They had to see that. They had to see those naked people. So I really did like that. I liked that Butters sang the Little Bunny Foo Foo song. Little Bunny Foo Foo, popping through the forest, scoop the field lights, popping to my head. I like the Butters got a little cameo in this episode. That was cool. And of Randy, as I mentioned, I liked his backstory, kind of getting to know him more. And I would agree with you, Scoop, as well. His whole backstory itself of being in the boy band, I thought was funny. It was just hilarious in general. And I really like that. I don't know. I'm a sucker for a cappella groups. So I like how he starts off with him. On Moonlight Day. He's singing his little a cappella thing out.
Have you heard any of the sea shanties online? All them TikToks going around? People singing sea shanties.
I watch TikTok.
We were sailing along on Moonlight Day. You could hear the voices singing. They seem to say you have stolen. Okay, I'm not gonna sing this whole thing.
We could do it.
Probably could.
Well, you're bringing back the memories, like they're coming. The lyrics are being pulled out of the vault.
Yeah, it hits a special part of your brain that has shit filed away forever.
Anyway, I've been practicing acapella. I'm ready to be in your acapella group. Hire me. So yeah, top. This is definitely. I've already made it very clear. Top 5 episode for me. This is my top 5 episode. Putting it on the board. Finger bang. Boom. Scoop. Is this your top 50?
A little higher.
Is this your top 25?
Sure is.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
Joe.
It's definitely in my top 25. It's probably a little higher than that, maybe top 20, top 10, but it's one of the it this was definitely a turning point for season 4 and the show in general. And like off the top of my head, it's definitely 25, but if I like start thinking about it a little bit more, it probably gets into the top 10, although that would need me counting some trilogies as one episode.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree because this is like I remember when this episode came out. It was like as we pointed out over the summer, right? So I was about
July 12th.
Yeah, so I was like I would have been 12 or 13 at that point. So I remember when this episode came out, and I remember people talking about this episode. This was a big episode at that point because boy bands and things were still going on. So everybody, now people who didn't like boy bands, let's say, they had some arsenal. They'd be like, finger bang bang, like whenever they'd see like listening to that bullshit. So like you had something to clap back if you weren't a big boy band fan, which I like both. I liked South Park, thought it was funny, and then there's some boy bands, as we talked about at the beginning of this podcast that I liked. So but yeah, guys, that's all your full wrap up there. Everything, Joe, Scoop, we got through the synopsis, the plot. We got through that trivia. What did Kenny say? Pop culture, our top likes and dislikes. We have completed another episode of Check My Balls. Number 59. We got one more to the big 6-0. You know? That's for sure. We dropping that dough. Now you know. Yeah. Shout out to our last episode on Spreaker for those who downloaded it, guys. We appreciate you. Our last 2 episodes have actually been some of our highest downloaded episodes on Spreaker and just general as a podcast on our own personal feed. So we appreciate you. Please continue to share it. Send us an email, suckmyballspod@gmail.com. Now, I'm not going to call this individual out, guys, but I heard an individual through the grapevine. There's somebody out there who's listening to this podcast right now. You know who you are. And apparently, a couple times in the past, you've listened to our podcast. You like our podcast, but you've also said to this other individual that we were way off or our take was way off. So I would love to hear from you. You don't have to even tell your name. In fact, I forgot your name. How about that? So, and I don't know who it is because really I don't remember what your first name is. I just know who you're affiliated with. But if you want to send us an anonymous email, I won't know who you are. I won't know your name. Won't get read out loud as your name. Send us where we're wrong on South Park. And that goes for you or anybody. Send us an anonymous email if you don't want to have your name read. If you think we're wrong on something or think we're right. Probably we're right. So send us to suckmyballspod@gmail.com. You can also tweet us at suckmyballspod on Twitter and hit us up on Instagram at suckmyballspod. You can also Facebook us, South Park Pod as well. I'm your host on the scene with the air is clean. I'm lighting up green, your boy MSG. I'm the managing producer and editor over patreon.com/StevieRayTV, Stevie Ray TV on YouTube and on Twitch. So check that, all those affiliate outlets out and follow us on Twitter. They're at Stevie Ray TV. Joe.
I don't have any shows coming up the 20th or the 27th. I do have a pay-per-view on the 30th. You can find that on Twitch. You can find that on twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro. That is a subscriber-only exclusive. Primo's Slave to Deathmatch is still up on Fight. Definitely check that out if you can. MSG was a cameraman on that one too. There's definitely some good work on that. Some good deathmatch wrestling if that's your bag. I have Devotion Championship Wrestling coming up on February 13th. If you are in the Utah area or Salt Lake City area, it is a private event, but you should definitely come out for that if you can. Actually, I had there were 4 dudes dressed up as Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny at the last one, which you can see on the Twitter feed. Shout out to you guys. I told you guys to listen. I hope you are. Shout out, guys.
That's right. You talked about that. And for those who are talking about, if you don't follow us, we'll give you a quick synopsis really quick. Right, Joe, you were working at an event.
Yeah.
4 guys showed up, and you were like, "I got to get a picture with you guys."
Yeah, and then I told them why and everything, so they didn't think he was all creepy and stuff. And they're like, "Oh yeah, man, like link us up." So I sent them links, all kinds of fun crap like that.
Nice.
So they should be listening, gentlemen. What up? And February 20th is Rudapalooza in Colorado Springs. Check that out on Facebook at Colorado Springs Wrestling. And February 27th, I will be in Phoenix, Tempe for IZW Monster.
You should say hi to Scoop.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely. Man.
Oh shit, you're gonna be here in AZ?
Yeah, like the end of February, like the 26th through the 28th.
Oh shit, let's meet up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You guys, the 26th to the 28th, what you guys should figure out how to do is you guys should record in person and hit me up remotely. You guys could figure out how to do that.
I would be leaving like the afternoon of the 26th and then getting there early morning the 27th.
Okay.
So like I'd be able to meet you before the show or after the show. When
are you leaving to back to
Sunday morning the 28th. We could also push that.
Right. I'm looking at January for some reason. Okay, so you're coming in the 26th. Gotcha.
Yeah. Because that's like it's like a 12 or 13 hour drive. None of us want to do a turn and burn.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, definitely you guys should still link up, but maybe record something stupid for the podcast. I don't know.
Definitely.
You could fluff him. I don't know. But yeah, Scoop, do you have any parting words for us today? Anything you'd like to put over? Anything you'd like to touch, feel, love, hope, lecture us about today?
Listen. Put it in your goddamn butt.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for another edition of Check.
I said what in the butt. I said what
Tune in next week. You guys know what episode's next week?
Yes. Do the handicap go to hell?
That's right. We start the next 2-arc series.
Such a good episode, but we'll get into that next week.
We start the next 2 arcs episode series with Do the Handicap Go to Hell? And probably, as that will be up next for episode 60 and 61. I'm pretty excited about that. It's a good episode as well. We got some great episodes coming up. Was the 4th great episode? That'll be great as well. So everything's moving along here, guys, on Shack Matt Bows. Subscribe, like us, share us, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your coworker, tell that lunch lady, tell the janitor, tell the maintenance guy, tell the bus driver, tell the librarian, tell your frog. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, tell the people at the gym.
That's what don't tell the people at the gym. Fart it out. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, come back next week for another edition of Shit Matt Bat. Peace.
What is that? It's my bone. God damn it, Cartman. How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garrison? Holy shit, dude.